Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 2 in my top 30 Southern Rock album countdown that we've been doing each and every day throughout the month of June. Counting down our favorite Southern Rock albums of all time. Yes, we're at the top 2. Today, number 2. The funny thing is, I actually switched my number 1 and 2 around just a couple minutes ago. All month long, I was thinking my number 2 is going to be my number 1, and the more I kind of thought about it the last couple days, I'm like, you know what? They're both so special to me, but I think my number 2, what was my number 2, is going to be my number 1. It just made a little more sense to me, and I'll kind of talk about that as we divulge both of them. So this particular one here is the debut album from this band, released November 4th, 1969, produced by Adrian Barber for Atco and Capricorn Records. I'm talking about the self-titled debut from the Allman Brothers Band. Simply titled The Allman Brothers Band, right? So here we got the brothers, Greg Allman on vocals, Hammond organ, Dwayne Allman lead slide rhythm guitars, Dickie Betts lead slide and rhythm guitars, Barry Oakley bass guitar backing vocals, Johansen, otherwise known as J-Mo, on drums and congas, and Butch Trucks on drums and percussion. Classic album. Like I said, was all month long. I was prepared to announce this as my number 1. Something made me change my mind today. Not that I love it any less. I just thought that what was my number 2, I think, is more representative of what my number 1 should be. And again, that's not to take anything away from this one, because I love this. This is my favorite Allman Brothers Band album. This is the one that started it all. Again, like we talked a couple days ago with Idlewild South, the Allmans, while one of the first probably really notable bands to do this sort of thing coming from the South, it wasn't called Southern Rock at the time. It's just called, like late 60s, early 70s rock, blues rock, right? And most of the stuff that's represented on this album is very much in that vein. Here we're hearing some of the seeds of what we later came to know with bands like Skynyrd and Marshall Tucker Band, Charlie Daniels Band, The Outlaws, so on and so forth, as that Southern rock style. Here you got the slide guitars, the occasional acoustic guitars, the kind of the bluesy vocals, the daringness to go off and play extended guitar solos and things, the Hammond organ, right? I Don't Want You No More. In this album, to me, this is more of a kind of... Idlewild South, I think, is a little bit of a brighter album. This is a little more, and I don't want to say dark, because it's not really dark, but this is like a more serious album. Again, they're just kids at this point, but Don't Want You No More. Great, wonderful little instrumental with loads of great guitar leading into It's Not My Cross to Bear. All right? Not My Cross to Bear. Totally bluesy. And how about that vocal from young Greg Allman? Oh, so good. Black-Hearted Woman. I mean, Black-Hearted Woman could be my favorite song on this album. Excellent. That's a good hard rock song. Trouble No More. Awesome. The guitars on that, Dwayne and Dickie, man. Dwayne Allman is just absolutely majestic on this album. Every Hungry Woman, just classic. Every Hungry Woman and Black-Hearted Woman, man, both so good. Cut from the same cloth. Dreams. Man, that simmering organ, right? The slide guitars, the great vocals. Dreams, 7 minutes and change. That's what's really cool about this album, as opposed to Idlewild South, where you got, for the most part, some shorter tracks. Here, the band already looking to stretch out. Whipping Post. 5 minutes on here, but of course live, epic proportions with tons of guitar soloing. Jam band music arguably started here and with the Grateful Dead, right? That's just maybe Cream, right? All these bands kind of percolating right around the same time. This is such a great album. Like I said, could have been my number 1. Was my number 1. I may even change my mind 3 days from now. But number 2 is absolutely nothing to sneeze at, and I just love this album to death. The Allman Brothers Band self-titled debut, absolutely all killer, no filler. The seeds of Southern rock started here, folks. let us know what you think of this fine debut from the Almonds in the comments below. But more importantly, please list your pick number 2 in this Top 30 Southern Rock Album Countdown down below in the comments. And please also subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as they post. And visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org, because we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. No, actually, we're not on Twitter. There I go again. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please also consider checking out our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, and our merch page for all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff. Those links are below. And we'll see you tomorrow for pick number 1, as well as a separate episode for honorable mentions and a separate episode for my favorite live albums, my favorite Southern Rock live albums. So thanks for watching. I am Pete Pardo. See you tomorrow with numero uno. Bye-bye.